Lads, last night I went to see 28 Years Later, The Bone Temple, and I enjoyed this far more than its predecessor from last year. I felt Nia Decosta, who done an amazing job with her version of Candyman, done a far more tighter, focused movie than what Danny Boyle offered us with the first part of this new trilogy. That's not to say DeCosta dumbed this down by any means. There is a visual flair that stands out from, say, your bargain bin American horror and does work within this universe, but I felt Danny Boyle was trying to experiment a lot more with the first 28 Years Later movie, whereas this is a lot more character focused. DeCosta isn't sacrificing character growth for world building. She's focusing on our characters, and we've quite a few characters to focus on. The infected, the zombies, are going to take a back seat in this movie, and I know a lot of people aren't going to like this, but I think the real horror is the monsters, the human monsters in this movie, and it is a stellar cast. It is a stacked cast. Returning characters, we have Dr. Kelson, played to impeccable fucking performance by Ralph Fiennes. I mean, the man is not just delivering lines in this. This is a physically demanding performance. And when you get to that final act, you'll fucking see why. Honest to God, Ralph Fiennes is acting his bollocks off. I think this is probably his finest performance, up there with his role in Schindler's List. He is just a fucking powerhouse in this movie. Another returning character who appeared at the arse end of the last installment is Sir Jimmy Crystal, and Jack O'Connell delivers such menace and detestment with this character. My very own sexy New Mexican horror guru hit the nail on the head. Between this and last year's Sinners, Jack O'Connell is absolutely knocking it out of the park with these villainous roles in horror movies. And yeah, Jen is dead right. Jack O'Connell is going to go on to bigger, fucking badder things I can see in the future. But yeah, he is the enigmatic leader of the Jimmies, a cult who marauds around the post-apocalyptic wasteland of England, giving charity, quote-unquote charity. And yeah, this is far more unnerving than the infected. As I said before, the infected do take a bit of a back seat, and these guys are the real horror of the movie. There's this really disconcerting scene when they enter a farmhouse and just, they're not even threatening anyone. They're sitting at the kitchen table and the tension is fucking palpable. And this is all down to Jack O'Connell's performance. But the highlight for me is when he meets Ralph Fiennes' Kelson. The interaction between these two. You have two individuals who are slightly unhinged, but there's a major dichotomy between them, because obviously Kelson is a pacifist. Yes, he's a bit quirky, he's a bit odd, he's been on his own, but he is not malvoyant, whereas Jimmy Crystal is an absolute borderline fucking sociopath. And their interaction is so fucking good. It's peppered with dark humor, and you just don't know what to expect, because Jimmy is somewhat disconcerted by Kelson. Kelson is essentially covered in iodine and surrounded by these monuments of bone. So he's actually intimidated. So you have these two characters that are essentially wild cards in their own right. They don't know what to fucking think of each other. And the interaction is just fucking gold. Seriously, I love that scene so fucking much. Strangely enough, out of all the characters, and I do love all the characters in this movie, my favourite is actually Samson. And you're probably wondering, who the fuck is Samson? Samson is the alpha from the last movie. And strangely enough, we get a character arc for the infected. A zombie gets a fucking character arc. The role of Samson from an actor called Chai Lewis Parry, and he is amazing. I never thought I would feel empathy towards a zombie, but his performance is just so empathetic. You feel so bad for this individual, this person, as Kelson points out, who is still there, who is trapped under a fog of rage. And I think people could empathize with this as well. We've all been online, we've all fucking doom scrolled, we've all looked at articles that have made us want to just fucking beat the shit out of someone out of fucking anger and rage. We are no fucking different than that fucking chimp that was strapped to that table looking at all that horrible media at the start of the first 28 Days Later movie. And his character, Samson, encapsulates that so fucking well. You're just someone who can't help yourself. And Kelson realizes that and slowly starts to help him. And it is one of the most engaging plot points in this fucking movie. I love the stuff with the Jimmies. I love the stuff with Kelson. But Samson's story is probably the fucking best part of the movie for me. My only real criticism of the movie is my favourite character from the last installment, Spike, takes a back seat. I would have liked to have seen more of his interactions with the newer characters, and I do feel that he is going to play a bigger role in the next movie. But yeah, I just did feel a bit bad that Spike was pushed to the back. Hopefully Alfie Williams will get a bigger role in the next installment. But yeah guys, all in all, I really enjoyed 28 Years The Bone Temple. As I said before, I enjoyed it far more than the first installment that came out last year. I felt this was a lot more focused, it was a lot more character driven, and Nia Decosta done a fucking cracking job. But yeah guys, have you seen 28 Years Later The Bone Temple? If you have, let me know what you thought of it in the comments below. And who do you hope to see returning from the prior installments in the next movie? Let me know that as well. My name's Martin, this has been the Trash Picture Show, and yeah, have a good one, take care, bye now.